Alright, what's going on everyone? So today in this video, I am sick, so I probably sound terrible. I apologize. I've been sick a lot this year already, so you know, my voice is probably really off. I can barely understand what I'm saying, but hopefully you guys are able to understand it, because today I'm still going to be making a video, and I'm not sure when this is released. I'm not sure if it'll even be out. Like I'm a bit unsure about the idea, but today we're just going to review the actual Supreme Nike collaboration. Last time I discussed the mock-ups, and this time we're going to be discussing the actual collaboration. Now I think the actual collaboration is better, and we're just going to get straight into it. So be sure you guys go enter in that giveaway down below with Vintage Flame. Shout out to my bro there. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and like if you're new. Thank you all for 20,000. That is crazy. 20K giveaway will be coming once the other one ends. It's gonna be huge. You guys are gonna love it, I think. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. All right, so the first item is the Supreme Nike Cotton Twill Double Zip Up Work Jacket. And this is a pretty cool item, I think. I see a lot of vintage Nike, like if you see, I just see sort of like an older thing, you know, like 80s, 90s, where they have like the big Nike swoosh in the back of the jackets, coaches jackets, just things like that. I see an influence in this, and I personally respect the item a lot for it. I think it's a really good piece, actually. And yes, it does say Supreme on it on the back, barely you can tell. And then the front just has the Nike symbol, but it has Supreme in like a small sort of font there on the back. But I don't even care about that right now. I feel like this item is actually very acceptable to be a Supreme piece. It's gonna be really expensive, so price maybe the only thing that would stray me away from this item. It's gonna be super expensive, I'm pretty sure. Like if this was like $300, it would make complete sense. It'll probably be more expensive since it's a work jacket. We just have to see. They're gonna price it high, so like $298 could be a possibility too, but I think it's gonna be more like around the 300s, maybe a 400 even, but I don't know. Hopefully don't price it too high, because it's actually a super cool item. I'm a huge fan of it, and I do, hopefully you guys agree with me. You see an older influence on it, like just sort of like a thing you'd see just older. I think it's a bit vintage influence, and so to me, I'm super dope. It's a double zip up jacket too, so you got two jackets in it, and yeah, two jackets for the price of one. I think that's sort of cool. Oh, and by the way, hopefully you understood I was kidding on the two jackets for the price of one thing. It's not two jackets for the price of one, it just has two zippers, so you know, that's why I was saying that. Not funny. Okay, so next up, this item, I think this item is cool, period. It's a Supreme Nike reversible nylon vest, and it has a fleece lining. That's just what I'm reading off here, and embroidered logo. So embroidery, you know, if you're a huge fan of that, this piece is actually super cool. And it's not only, it's reversible, so on the outside of it, it just has the Nike symbol and then a big Nike symbol in the back with Supreme over it. That's the first thing. But then it basically has the exact same thing when you reverse it, and I think that's super cool. Basically a reversible vest with two styles to wear, so you can wear it with the fur on the outside or on the inside. I find that just super cool. This item is dope. I love the reversible. Like I like a lot of reversible items, and you know, some of them really don't look good usually, and that's why I tend to stray away from them. But this one's actually sort of cool. Like if you live up north where it's gonna be really cold this winter, obviously this item may be pretty dope. And I, you know, obviously has the Supreme on it, so you don't have to worry about that. It's a cool item. I like it. It's got a lot of style, even call it that. I mean, are vests stylish in fashion? I don't know, but you know, basically two ways you can wear it, have the exact same things, the outside and inside. Pretty cool, I think. And good job, Supreme. You made a good, this so far been pretty good. Like when I've looked at the item, I haven't seen all of them yet, but 2 for 2 I think on these items. They're looking pretty good. Next up, we have the Supreme Nike Jacquard Polo. Now looking at this, it just has Nike symbols all over it, and a little Supreme thing embroidered right there. That's it. I mean, it's cool. It's a repeat thing. Typically, you know, it just sort of looks like a golfer shirt. Like, you know, if you're into golf, this is what you'd wear. I'm not trying to be generic, you know, saying like, oh, people golf wear Nike, even though it is rather popular, you know. Like golf dads wear Nike, that's a known fact, and Air Monarchs, that's known. But looking at this, I think the item's cool. My favorite color would either be that black one. Honestly, I like all of them. I'm not even gonna lie. Like this is sort of a cool item. Or the only one that sort of stray away from would be that sort of maroon one. I'm not a huge fan of that. But other than that, these items are looking pretty good. Like the maroon and yellow one are eh. The black and sort of blue navy one is sort of cool. But looking at that, you know, I'm not a big fan of the repeat thing, nor am I a fan of the fact that it's probably gonna be priced very expensive for, you know, a pretty regular collar shirt, I'd say, or polo. So looking at it, it's fine, it's okay. But for me, it's a drop. But I'm just gonna go over this real quickly. Retail on the Jacquard Polo, it's probably gonna be like I'd say like 100 plus would be no shocker. That's what I'm just saying. Like it could be 98 or it could be like 108. Sort of what I'm thinking. Next up though, we do have these overalls with embroidered logos. That's it. For me, it's a no. Like I just overalls are a no. I don't see the real like style factor in overalls. I mean, I get a lot of people actually wear them nowadays as a thing of fashion, but for me, I've never really seen it. It just has basically the Nike logo and the Supreme in the back. And really small logos for both, but noticeable. And you know, if you style it right, I guess I could see where it'd be cool in like the winter or something like that. I could see the cool fashion influence that it sort of has. But for me, drop, it's gonna be very expensive too. Like overalls are gonna be pricey, so like 200 plus easy 300 plus. I wouldn't even be shocked. Overalls are very expensive. Okay, so next up, this item is actually something a bit different I would expect from Nike. I see the clear Supreme influence here, even though it's not in the logo. It is the cotton blend hooded sweatshirt, button down front, and it has embroidered logos on it too. But basically looking at it, it just has a giant Nike logo on the back and a Nike logo on the front. Supreme is on the inside, I assume, but you know, if you can tell that it would be Supreme Nike. And I don't know if it says it down by like the wrist area, the ribbing. I don't know if it says anything there, but I just think it's plain. I don't think there's any Supreme logo that I can notice. Yeah, like the only logo I noticed is the Nike one there and on the back. So no Supreme on this one other than maybe on the tag on the inside. But to me, this item's actually cool. You know, so actually I probably will rate this collaboration higher than the mock-ups I was discussing in the last video. The last ones I think it was trash personally, but looking at this, you see a lot of you actually see Supreme putting in like their own influence and uniqueness, and I respect that. So this item is gonna be expensive though. I mean, like most of this, and actually I just did notice it says Supreme up by like the top of the hoodie, but that's it. A little Supreme right there, and you know, it's almost unnoticeable. So for me, it's a drop, but it's actually not a bad item. Like I think, you know, just my personal taste is a no, but for overall in this collaboration, it's a yes. Oh, and also we have the shorts to match it. So I mean, you know, you could style them together or just style these shorts alone. Plaid is a bit harder to style, especially if you're just styling like a bit of plaid. Like a plaid shirt with khakis is fine, but like plaid shorts, what would you wear with the shirt? Like that's where it can get a bit difficult, but obviously people really won't care, I don't think, too much. But the only logos I noticed is the Nike one down at the leg on the front, just an embroidered Nike symbol there. And then the back, there's a back pocket and it says Supreme on that. So you do notice the Supreme on that. Again, Supreme's not really putting the logo all over stuff on this one, because I think they want to actually show their little like fashion influence they have on this. And I do notice it, it's cool. Obviously you see the Nike, with Nike painting their logo all over it, and Supreme just sort of putting their influence on that, actually, what the pieces look like. I respect that. These shorts are gonna be obviously 100 plus. Shorts are usually expensive, so you know, just be looking to pay a bit more for some shorts like this, especially with like embroidery. Next up, I discussed these items in the mock-ups because these look pretty much identical. It's a Supreme Nike, and on the front, small Nike logo there, and then down by the ribbing you have Supreme embroidered like right there. So cool. Again, Supreme just trying to show their colorways, so you know, obviously yellow, navy, red, and black. Well, not red, more like a maroon. For me, this item is a drop just because it looks like a really basic crew neck you could buy at like a Nike retail outlet or just from Nike.com. Like I see little influence on this piece, and I like seeing Supreme put in their influence like they have on the rest of these pieces sort of. But for this one, I just see sort of Nike, and it's like, hey, do you mind putting like the little hype piece factor that can make us charge more for it? Supreme. That's really what I see in it. I don't see much more in it, but there's gonna be like 148. So, you know, resale, yeah, they will, but I can't guarantee anything. This item's sort of bad. Okay, next item is these cotton blend sweatpants. Nothing much more than that. On the front, on one of the legs, it has the Nike logo right there. And on the back, on one of obviously the back pocket, it has Supreme embroidered right there. Same thing as the shorts, except not plaid, and the same colorways though, as you can notice: black, maroon, navy, and yellow. Sort of more of a mustard colorway actually, but for me, I'm not like, I like sweatpants. I'm actually a big fan of these. Like if I could get something to match this, which the only thing to match it would be the crew neck, and I don't really want the crew neck, but maybe if I got something like red or navy, I can match it with like a tee I have or something like that. But you know, jackets go better with sweatpants. It would be a complicated thing. I would basically have to get the crew neck, which I don't want, and I said I wasn't gonna get, so I'm gonna stay true and not get that. But for me in this item, it's a drop. It'll probably cost around 148 for these sweatpants. Or like 128, 148. That's sort of the range I have in them, unless they do price them at like something like 158. But my thoughts are 128, 148 on this item. Resale, pants do resale typically, so you could see resale on these sweatpants, but I can't guarantee anything. These, like, sometimes sweatpants resell, but these, I don't know about that one, coach. I don't think so. Okay, and the next item is the Supreme Nike beanies. A lot of people were super hyped about these beanies because like, these are actually pretty cool. I do agree. But again, it looks like a basic Nike beanie. Nothing much more, just the beanie, big Nike logo in the front, small Supreme embroidery in the back. That's it, and it's gonna be more expensive than a regular Nike beanie. So for me, I actually, again, looking for the little Supreme influence. I'm not saying they need to make every piece like a Picasso or a Mona Lisa or something like insane. They don't need to make every collaboration insane. I get what they're trying to do here, and this item's actually fine, I think. And you know, if I was gonna call this item fine, I'd also call the Crewneck okay too. I'm not saying many of the pieces are bad in this collaboration. I'm just saying a lot of them are really plain, and I wish Supreme would have done a bit more. But again, it doesn't mean they need to, because that's super hard, is to design a collaboration like in limited time that actually will look every piece like amazing. These are okay, not the best thing, but it's not the last item we have to discuss. The last item we have to discuss is super weird. The Supreme Nike 14K diamond cut earrings. So gold earrings, that's really it. Just has a Nike swoosh, that's it. Just Supreme Nike earrings. No Supreme on it, really, just Supreme cutting it out and making diamond earrings. So if you want some Nike gold diamond cut, not diamond earrings, diamond cut earrings, then I guess you could buy some from this, but they're gonna be like $328. These are typically super expensive, like even like a little pendant, super expensive. So they're gonna be priced higher. Just look out for that. They're gonna be expensive. But for me, it's drop. These are, no. Anyways, though, thank you all for watching this video. I'm sick, so obviously my voice sounded a lot different, but I explained it at the start of the video, don't need to explain it again. I just hope you guys did enjoy. If you're new, subscribe, like, enter in the giveaway of a vintage flame, link in description. I would love you all to enter in that before obviously we get to the 20K one, which is gonna be huge, not huge, or whatever I said. But I just hope you guys did enjoy. I love every single one of y'all and your support. Yeah, 21K coming up. We're gonna keep growing our channel like we have been. I love you all for the support. I love you all for watching these videos, and hopefully you enjoy this review. The collaboration overall, I'm probably gonna give like a 7 out of 10, because again, I'm not a huge fan of like the Crewneck and Beanie, but the rest of the pieces are actually half decent. I'm just saying Supreme could have had a bit more influence, but overall, I think it's a pretty decent like Supreme Nike collab. One of the better ones we've seen in a bit, I personally think. Good Supreme Nike collab, better than things like Supreme NBA, just shoes and all that. This is actually really good, and I appreciate Nike for that. So 7 out of 10, I think it's pretty powerful. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, peace out.